Hello there, welcome back to my YouTube channel. In this session, we will be talking about AWS S3 versioning. So this is one of the feature of AWS S3 bucket. Let's see in brief. So some of these characteristics of AWS S3 version. So versioning basically is like say there are multiple versions of a file we uploaded, say version 1, version 2 and version 3, etc. So using AWS S3 we can store all these say multiple versions of an object or a file. So that is one of the feature, and we can use it basically as a backup and restore tool. So say we have uploaded some files and say we deleted it accidentally or like that. So in that case we can restore it easily using this feature. Basically we need to enable this feature. It's not enabled by default, so we need to enable it after we create the S3 bucket. And once we have enabled an S3 versioning feature on our S3 bucket, then we cannot go ahead and disable it after that. So either we need to suspend it, okay, but we can't disable it once we are enabled. Okay, then it like this S3 versioning can be easily integrated with S3 lifecycle rules. And there is one more, like, which is very important feature of AWS S3 versioning is it's like the additional security can be achieved using this versioning's MFA. This is called as a multi-factor authentication. So this is it gives an extra layer of security for our files or object that we have stored in the S3 bucket. Okay, so let's see how we can work and work on our S3 versioning today. Let's see. So you need to log into AWS management console. This is the page. Okay, then we need to go to S3. This is under the storage section. You can see, click on the S3. Yeah, so first of all, let's create a new bucket. Let me give it as S3 version enabled MS01. Okay, regarding the rules, the naming rule, you can refer my previous lectures, so that there are specific rules. So you can even see there's a link below here. You can click and see which are the different rules that we can use in order to name our S3 bucket. Okay, let me keep it as default, that is Northern Virginia region. Here object ownership, let me enable it ACLs enabled. Okay, let me also, since we need to upload the object and try to access it, so let me disable it and I will allow all public access for this purpose. Click on acknowledgement, and here under versioning, so you can see bucket versioning, it's by default it's disabled, so we need to enable it. Okay, let me give the tag, say name as test S3 version bucket. Okay, and yeah, so that's it. Let me click on create bucket. Yeah, so you can see our bucket is ready. Okay, and under the access you can see the objects can be public, because this is because that we have disabled that that block all public access. So we disable it, so hence you can see the access is. And let me click on this bucket. Let's try to upload some files. Okay, so for that let me create a test file. Let me give us test, and I can put it as this is version 1.0. okay, let me click on save. So let's try to upload this and see. Let me click on upload, add files, and this is the test file that we need to upload. Okay. Click on upload. Yeah, this got uploaded. Okay, so here you can see when you enable S3 versioning, there will be a button like show versions. Okay, so if we enable it, it will try showing us the version. See, every version will have an unique version ID associated with that. Okay, so now let me do some modification in the file again, and let me keep it, name it as, or in the description I will put as this is version 2.0. and let me save it. Okay, let me upload this as well, this file, add files, and click on upload. Okay, so far you can see by clicking here we have two versions, and I was mentioning, so each version will have a different or unique version ID. This is our first version. By the timestamp you will get to know this is the version that we just uploaded. Now let's try to upload version 3. So let me make the changes on this file. I'll put it as this is final version. Okay. Click on save. Let me upload the newest file. Yeah. So I have total 3 versions of the same file available with me, each with unique version ID. Okay. And let's try to access first version, like the bottom is the version 0.1. Let me try to click on that. And let's see if we are able to access it. Okay, that on the object URL, just click on this one and open in the new tab. Yeah, so you can see we are getting access denied error because we didn't make it as a public. We need to specifically make this object as public. That, go to object actions, and there will be a button here called as make public using ACL. Click on this and confirm as make public. You can see it successfully deleted the public access. Yeah. If you refresh it, now you can see it's showing as this is version 1.0. So guys, what do you think? Like since we have enabled the first version of this file as public access, do you think the other two versions will be also be having the public access, or we need to make it as separately? We need to make it as public access. So let's try to access. Okay, click on this button, show versions. So we just verified this one, that version 1.0, which is version 1 that has been showing here. Let's try to access version 2. Click on that. Under the object URL, let me click on this and open link in the new tab. Yeah, you can see access denied for the version 2. So it means although like versioning has been enabled and public access has been enabled on individual, so we need to make it as separate. On each version we need to enable as a public access. Okay, so again go to object actions, click on make public using ACL and make public. Close. Now let me try to refresh it. Yeah, this is version 2.0. Okay, so we have our first version, we have our second version. Let's try to open the final version as well, which is this one, the version 3.0. So if you want to see, you can see it will still give the same error because we need to individually mark it as a public. Now you go back and refresh. Yeah, you can see this is version 3.0, this is final version. So this is all those 3 versions of the file, same file is with us. Okay, now let's try to say what do you think, like if we delete this, what will happen? Okay, so now this is show version button is enabled, so it will be showing all those 3 versions. Okay, let me disable it and try to delete this one. Okay, select this and delete. Auto confirmation button, I'll click and delete object. Now you can see here it's not showing. Okay, and we have versioning button disabled, so it's showing there is no object. Let me click on this one, show versions, And here you can see this is a delete marker. So basically this is a pointer, or like whatever we deleted, so it's there, it's representing as delete marker. And if we delete this delete marker, it will restore our file back. The whatever file we had deleted, it will restore it back to the previous state. So let's see. Let me delete the delete marker, and we need to type as permanently delete. Okay. Click on delete objects. Now let me disable the versioning. Yeah, you can see our file is back here. Okay, so this file has been restored back. And say in case we need to permanently delete a file, any file or any version, let's see how we can do that. Okay, for that let me click on enable this show versions, and say let's try to permanently delete our first version. This will be the first version, and with the timestamp you will get to know. So this is at 1409, so version 1, then 14.10.16 was version 2, and 14.11.09 was our last version, that is version 3.0. So let me try to delete this one, that is first version. Click on this one and click on delete button. So this will be permanently, it will delete the object. So type in here permanently delete. Click on delete. Close. Okay. So you can see, so our first version, that is version 1.0, has been deleted. So it got permanently deleted. Okay. We can't restore it now. Okay. Since we have deleted the version itself, so you can see it's not available with us. And we have this version 2.0 and version 3.0 available with us. If you try to access this now, it won't. Yeah, it will give you error because this is not existing now. This is version 1. Okay. So friends, that's it for today. So to summarize, see, using S3 versioning, we can store all versions of an object. Okay, we can make it as you can use it as a backup and restore. You have seen now. So like we have deleted a file and we tried to delete the delete marker, so it restored the file back, and it can be only suspended. Okay, we can't disable it. So let me show you. There is no option to disable it. Okay, I'll show you. Under properties, if you edit this bucket versioning, you can see there are only two options. The first one is suspend, another is enable. Since we have enabled it, so nowhere you will see as disable versioning. Okay, so it's not available. So we can either suspend it, or we cannot disable the S3 versioning once we have enabled it. So that is one more thing. Then yeah, this can be integrated with S3 Lifecycle tools that we will be seeing in the upcoming session. We will be talking about S3 Lifecycle rules, and we can achieve an additional security using multi-factor authentication delete. So that is one more feature with the S3 versioning. So friends, this was very quick session. Okay, I hope you got the point and you got to know how we can use S3 versioning in a better way, and its advantages of this feature. So thanks for watching, friends, and stay tuned. Okay, please like, share, comment, and subscribe to my channel. It's Cloud with Mohsin. Okay, thank you.